This carpeting. Yes. There used to be, in the 70s and the 80s, where you could kind of scrape your feet along the carpet. Yeah. And you could touch somebody and it would cause a small electric shock. Yeah. Human bodies are not designed to retain electricity. Yes. Now, the static electricity that we used to experience as a nation, yeah. If I touch people today, it does not cause a discharge of the actual static of my physical body. Yeah, because somebody decided to amp the population, so you could be on them. Now, I remember in the 70s, I would scuff my feet on the carpet, right, trying to attract the static electricity in the carpet. Then I would sneak up on somebody and I'd touch them, and there'd be a small electrical discharge, yes, from the static electricity. That's right, that's how it used to work. Do you remember that? Well, the only time that I actually experience any sort of static discharge now, yes, is if I touch a piece of metal that happens to conduct electricity. Now, this is a big problem because as a nation, somebody decided that they were going to amp the population, not realizing that your wall-to-wall carpeting, yes, was retaining the electricity so that you can never fully discharge all the electricity in your body. Now, for those in the police and sheriff's departments that said, well, we have to, well, if you remember in the 70s and the 80s, yes, you scuff your feet on the carpet, yeah, in your shoes, yes, and you could touch somebody. Walk through today, yeah, and see if you did the same thing in 2019, do they experience it? Oh, look, we're all connected in the electric grid. Um, Well, this is going to be a huge problem, isn't it? Because you decided to put the electricity in the bodies of the citizens instead of the electricity leaking into the carpeting of the individual residences. Well, look at you. You decided to electrocute the population. This is how it used to work, right? You would scuff your feet on the carpet, attracting the static electricity in the carpet. Yeah. You would touch somebody and there'd be a small electric shock. Now, today we're going to look at this programming that you have. Yes. And then why don't you give me the carpeting of those government offices right now? We have too much electricity amping the population. Yes. And no way to get rid of it. Now, it's possible if you went outside today and took your shoes and socks off and was to stand in the grass. There could be some little boys and girls ages 1 to 15 in that right there that need to discharge their bodies because they do have a problem sleeping. Now, this idea of putting children to sleep right now. See, we don't program America's children. We don't put them to sleep. Yes, they fall asleep. We don't control them. Well, why don't we consider, since it's summertime, yes, removing all the unnecessary electricity out of the ground, right? Putting it someplace where it can be used. Oh, and then have everybody stand in the grass without their shoes on. We don't put children to sleep. They fall asleep. Yes. We don't amp them up during the day. Yes. We don't get them going.